welcome. How are you, everyone? So, yesterday we stopped in the 17th century. Today we are starting from where we stopped, but we will also be revising a few things. Are you ready? 17th century. Give me a minute. I'm just logging in to the... Yes, guys. This is where we stopped. 1681. All right. Listen, everybody. Did you like yesterday's session? I'm just going to make this visible to you. Can you see now? All right. Yes. So we stopped here yesterday. Remember 1672, Joseph Addison and Richard Steele were born. 1674, John Milton died. Same year, Paradise Lost was published in 12 books. Remember, Pilgrim's Progress came in 1678. That was 10 years before Bunyan died. Bunyan died in 1688 and Pilgrim's Progress came in 1678, 10 years before that. Okay, guys, now listen to this. 1681 is the year in which Absalom and Achitophel, the political allegory of John Dryden, came. 1681, Absalom and Achitophel. Immediately after that, the medal, MacFlecknoe, Religio Laici. Remember, Absalom and Achitophel was against Shaftesbury. The medal and MacFlecknoe were against Shaftesbury and Thomas Shadwell. Dryden wrote first Absalom and Achitophel. Immediately after that, he wrote the medal and MacFlecknoe. Will you remember, everyone? The medal was immediately followed by MacFlecknoe. Both came in the same year. Listen, in that year, Dryden also wrote, 1682, same year, Dryden also wrote his first religious allegory, Religio Laici. Religio Laici is Dryden's first religious allegory. Immediately after that, in 1687, he wrote The Hind and the Panther, another religious allegory. 1681, 82, 87. Will you remember now? 1687, The Hind and the Panther. 1688, Glorious Revolution. In that year, Glorious Revolution, 1688, Alexander Pope is born. 1688 to 1744, Alexander Pope. Alexander Pope is born in the year of the Glorious Revolution. 1688 to 1744. And John Bunyan, remember, 1628 to 1688. John Bunyan died in the year of Glorious Revolution. Alexander Pope was born in the age of glory, in the year of Glorious Revolution. 1628, John Bunyan born. 1688, John Bunyan died. Same year, Alexander Pope is born. 2 years after that, what happened? John Locke wrote an essay concerning human understanding. 1690. John Locke's essay concerning human understanding, 1690. 1694, Voltaire is born. Who is Voltaire? Francois Marie Arouet. Voltaire is Francois, the pen name of Francois Marie Aru. Will you remember now? 1694. Ta-da-dang! Which of these was published in a different year? Which of these was published in a different year? Bolo, the medal, Macflecknoe, Absalom and Achitophel, Religio Laici. Do you remember the medal which year? Do you remember the medal 1682? Immediately after that, Macflecknoe, 1682. Absalom and Achitophel was in 1681. Absalom and Achitophel, 1681. Religio Laici also, 1682. The medal, Macflecknoe, Religio Laici all came in 1682. Absalom and Achitophel, 1681. Religio Laici, 82. The Hind and the Panther, 87. Will you remember? Religio Laici, first religious allegory, 82. The Hind and the Panther, 87. Ta-da-dang! 5 years later. All right. Did you get that, everyone? Is it clear, everybody? Tell me, everybody. Will you please like the video, everyone? If you like it, it will be good. Okay. Next question to you. How many years after the Glorious Revolution was an essay concerning human understanding published? How many years after the Glorious Revolution? I am fine. Glorious Revolution, 1688. Essay concerning human understanding, 1690. Glorious Revolution, 1688. 2 years after that, in 1690, Essay concerning human understanding by John Locke. Glorious Revolution, 1688. Essay concerning human understanding by John Locke, 1690. You should visualize it, okay, everybody? You should visualize it. You should see in your mind, okay, 1688, Glorious Revolution or Bloodless Revolution. And essay concerning human understanding, 1690. Should I write here, everyone? 1688. Essay concerning human understanding, 1690. Ta-da-dang. You should remember, okay? Do not be afraid of chronology. Chronology हमारे बस की बात है. Chronology is our cup of tea. We are not afraid of chronology. How old was Voltaire when Dryden died? Arey, Voltaire was born in 1694. Remember? Dekho, Voltaire was born in 1694. Abhi bolo, how old was Voltaire when Dryden died? Voltaire, 1694. How can I apply for UP PGT without B.Ed? I have no idea, guys. Sorry, guys. Voltaire, 1694. Dryden died in 1700. 1694, 1700. So, 6 years. Voltaire was 6 years child. 6-year-old child. Voltaire was a 6-year-old child when Grandpa Dryden died. Dryden died. Remember, Dryden was 1 year old when John Locke was born. Remember, John Locke said, Bade bhaiya, give me your toys. Remember, John Locke said, Big brother, give me your toys. Because Dryden was born in 1631, John Locke was born in 1632. Dryden, all the toys he locked up. So John Locke said, give me your toys, but big brother. Remember? Dryden 1631. Dryden died in 1700. Voltaire was born in 1694. Will you remember? Okay. Ta-da-dang! Ore, Indian. 1696. Fort William is built. Around Fort William, a couple of villages developed into Calcutta. In 1696, Fort William is built. Around Fort William, a couple of villages became Calcutta. That is in 1696. Before Dryden died, Fort William was built in India. Fort William was built in India in 1696. 1700 year. East India Company is 100 years old. East India Company is 100 years old. Tab kya hua? What happened? James Thomson is born. James Thomson is a transitional poet. James Thomson is born. Dryden grandpa died. Dryden grandpa died in 1700. That year, Preface to the Fables is written. What is Preface to the Fables? It is Preface to Fables, Ancient and Modern. Fables, Ancient and Modern. One book is there. The preface to that book is called Preface to the Fables by Dryden. Okay, everyone? Array, did you know Dryden died in 1700? James Thomson was born in 1700. James Thomson, 1700 to 1748. Array, did you know 1700 Way of the World is performed. 2 years before that, in 1698, Jeremy Collier attacked Congreve. Jeremy Collier attacked Congreve and Vanbrugh in 1698. In which book? A Short View of the Immorality and Profaneness of the English Stage. A Short View of the Immorality and Profaneness of the English Stage. Jeremy Collier wrote, attacking Congreve and Vanbrugh, attack in 1698. 2 years after that, Dryden died. Way of the World is performed. Will you remember, everyone? 1700. Congreve's Way of the World, Dryden died. Then 1702, dekho, hooray, Queen Anne came to power. Queen Anne ruled from 1702 to 1714. Queen Anne, last Stuart monarch. Queen Anne is the last Stuart monarch. She ruled from 1702 to 1714. Usi samay, in 1702, the first newspaper, Daily Current. Dekho, first newspaper, Daily Current, came in 1702 only. Ta-da-dang! 1704 mein kya hua? 1704, A Tale of a Tub, The Battle of the Books, both are published. A Tale of a Tub, together published with Battle of the Books. Battle of the Books was the prolegomena of Tale of a Tub. Will you remember, everyone? Battle of the Books was the prologue or prolegomena of Tale of a Tub. Both by Jonathan Swift. Am I boring you guys? Is it boring? 1704 itself, Defoe's review came. Defoe's publication, Defoe's periodical, The Review, 1704. Array, review came before Tatler. Dekho, Tatler 1709. Review came before Tatler. Will you remember, everybody? All of it is clear? Daily Current 1702, Review 1704. Queen Anne came to power in 1702. Queen Anne is the last Stuart monarch. Is it boring? If it is boring, Batana, I will change my style. Ma'am, I don't want to listen to this video. It is so boring. You are putting me to sleep. If you think like that, Batana, I will change, okay? I will give you other things. Ta-da-dang! What is this question? Dekho, dekho. Dekho, dekho. Arrange these periodicals in the order of publication. Ta-da-dang! The Review, the Daily Current, the Rambler, the Tatler. देखो रिव्यू हमको पता है 1704. डेली करंट हमको पता है 1702. टैटलर भी हमको पता है, वी नो 1709. रैम्बलर इज 1750. अभी बोलो, टेल मी. फर्स्ट पीरियडिकल इज डेली करंट, बी फर्स्ट. Second is Review, A. Third is Tatler, 1709, C. Rambler is after all this, 1750. B, A, C, D, B, A, C, D. Will you remember? Will you remember? Hi Shamina, thank you for imitating me. बहुत लोग ध्यान नहीं दे रहे हैं क्लास में. Many people are not paying attention in class. Hello everybody, pay attention. No talking in class. देखो, so many people are talking in class. देखो, how come they are talking in class? Guys, will you like the video everybody? Will you please like the video everyone? So, first daily current. लिखो यहाँ, I will write here. 1702. Second is Review, 1704. Third is Tatler, 1709. Rambler came in 1750 only, later. Okay, very late. Okay, all right. Arrange in the order of publication. Ta-da-dang! Areopagitica. Array, that we know, 1644. Leviathan by Thomas Hobbes. 16, this is revision. 1651. The Way of the World. That we know, 1700. Country Wife. 1690, 70. You don't know, eh? Country Wife, देखो, ting, ding, ding, ting, ding, ding. आ गया 1675. Country Wife आ गया. You can't see, it is 1675. मैं बताती हूँ, देखो 1675. देखो 1675 Country Wife. Okay, so we'll go back to the question. Ta-da-dang. This is the question. Areopagitica, 1644. Leviathan, I will write, okay guys? Okay everybody. 1644. Leviathan, 1651. Way of the World, 1700. So no, Country Wife is 1675. So it is A, B, D, C. A, B, D, C. A, B, D, C. Okay. Okay, guys? A, B, D, C. Areopagitica, Leviathan, Country Wife, Way of the World. Will you remember? Next, which of the following did not happen in 1700? James Thomson was born. Correct है क्या? John Dryden died. Correct है क्या? The Way of the World is performed. Correct है क्या? Fables, Ancient and Modern is published. Correct है क्या? Tell me which of the following did not happen in 1700? Ayyo, this is a trick question. क्या है trick? all of these happened. James Thomson was born in 1700. Dryden died in 1700, correct. Way of the World is performed in 1700. Fables, Ancient and Modern is published in 1700. Fables, Ancient and Modern is the book to which we have a preface called Preface to the Fables. Preface to the Fables is the preface to Fables, Ancient and Modern. देखो एक बार. See this, 1700. क्या हुआ था? James Thomson is born. Dryden died. Preface to the Fables is written. Fables, Ancient and Modern also written. Way of the World is performed. Ta-da-dang! Trick question tha. Ayyo! Did you like my trick question? Tin tin tin. Which of these lists is in the correct chronological order of birth? Addison kab tha? I know. Addison was in 1672. Remember, 100 years after Ben Jonson and John Donne, Addison and Steele were born. Ben Jonson and John Donne, 1572. Addison and Steele, 1672. Will you remember? Ben Jonson and John Donne, 1572. Addison and Steele, 1672. Okay? So, Addison is 1672. Okay? Then Milton is 1608. ठीक है. Bunyan is, I know, 1628. He died in 1688. Bunyan is 1628, died in 1688. Locke is 1 year after Dryden, 1632. बड़े भैया मुझे दो ना खिलौने. Big brother, give me toys. Locke ने बोला था 1632. John Locke, 1 year after Dryden. Dryden 1631. Locke 1632. Will you remember? Addison, Milton, Bunyan, Locke. Tell me, what is the correct? First is Milton. Then is Bunyan. Mil gaya. Milton, then Bunyan. Then Locke. Then Addison. Din, din, din. Milton, 1608. Bunyan, 1628. Locke, bade bhaiya, 1632. Addison and Steele, both born 100 years after Ben Jonson, 1672. Will you remember? Tell me, guys, is there anybody here who is afraid of chronology? We are not afraid. We are not scared. We will win. Do you know the name of the course? The name of the course is Never Fail Chronology Course. Milton. Arre, this is wrong. Achacho, sorry. Ding ding. Abhi to ho gaya. Abhi I changed. Milton, Bunyan, Locke, Addison. Okay. Next. Ta-da-dang! देखो क्या हो गया? बहुत हो गया. 1706. Benjamin Franklin is born American. Benjamin Franklin born 1 year before Henry Fielding. Henry Fielding said, Big brother, take me also to America. I also want to come to America. Benjamin Franklin went to America, na? Benjamin Franklin went to America. Benjamin Franklin went to America. Henry Fielding said, England में बहुत field है. England has a lot of fields, but I want to come to America. Big brother, take me to America. Benjamin Franklin 1706, Henry Fielding 1707. Okay? But Benjamin Franklin said, no way, I am not taking you. तू इंग्लैंड में रहो, मैं नहीं ले जा सकता. Benjamin Franklin said, you stay in England fielding. You stay in the fields of England. I am not taking you. Benjamin Franklin, 1706. Henry Fielding, 1707. Henry Fielding 2 साल का बच्चा था. Henry Fielding 2 years child. Henry Fielding 2 years child crying. Benjamin Franklin didn't take me to America. Then क्या हुआ? Samuel Johnson is born. 1709. Samuel Johnson is born 1709. When Henry Fielding ro के चल रहा था. Henry Fielding is crying. I couldn't go to America. And Samuel Johnson 1709 born. Will you remember? जब Henry Fielding 1707, when he was born in 1707, not only his parents' union but also England and Scotland union भी हो गया था. 1707 Act of Union. 1707 Act of Union. Such a dirty code I am giving. Don't tell anybody, okay? It's very secret. Don't tell anybody. Such a dirty code, but किसी को मत बताना. Don't tell anybody. 1707 Act of Union between England and Scotland. Same year, Henry Fielding's parents also union. Henry Fielding is born. Benjamin Franklin 1706. Henry Fielding 1707. Same year, Act of Union between England and Scotland. Then Samuel Johnson. Henry Fielding 2 years child. Then Samuel Johnson is born. When Samuel Johnson is born, Pope already published his first book. Pope बहुत बड़ा भाई था. Pope was a very big brother. Pope was born in 1688. Very big. He already wrote his first book, Pastorals, when Samuel Johnson was born. When Samuel Johnson पैदा हुआ था, when Samuel Johnson is baby, Pope is already a writer. Very big brother. Pope wrote Pastorals in 1709. Samuel Johnson is only born at that time. Samuel Johnson, 1709 to 1784. 1709 to 1784. Array, 1774, Milton died. 1774, Milton died. Nahi, 1674, Milton died. Milton died in 1674. Samuel Johnson died in 1784. 110 years later. Milton died 1674. Samuel Johnson died in 1784. 110 years later. Will you remember? 1707 Act of Union. 1710 Statute of Anne. What do you mean by Statute of Anne? Statute of Anne means first Copyright Act. Statute of Anne is first Copyright Act. Dekho, 1709 Samuel Johnson is born. Pope is already writing his first book. And Addison and Steele brought Tatler. Steele brought out Tatler 1709. Samuel Johnson is only born at that time. In the year Samuel Johnson is born, Alexander Pope wrote Pastorals and Steele published Tatler. Okay? And next year, Samuel Johnson is 1 year old. Then Samuel Johnson is now born. We have to bring out Copyright Act, said Queen Anne, and brought out first Copyright Act. Samuel Johnson, very big writer. He is born now. At least now we have to bring Copyright Act. And she made first Copyright Act. Statute of Anne, 1710. At that time, what did Pope do? 1711, Pope brought out Essay on Criticism. 1811 came Sense and Sensibility, Jane Austen. 1711, Pope's Essay on Criticism. Will you remember? 1711, Essay on Criticism. 1811, Sense and Sensibility. Will you remember? Ding. 1709 pastorals, 1711 essay on criticism. Will you remember? Okay. Ta-da-dang. What is this? How many years after Queen Anne came to power was the Act of Union between England and Scotland? Act of Union, we know, 1707. Henry Fielding was born. Queen Anne came to power when? Do you remember? Queen Anne came to power in 1702. Queen Anne came to power in 1702. Act of Union 1707. So bolo, Queen Anne came to power in 1702. Act of Union between England and Scotland 1707. So how many years bolo? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 5 years. Queen Anne 1702. Act of Union between England and Scotland 1707. Henry Fielding born in 1707. Benjamin Franklin 1706. Samuel Johnson 1709. Pastorals and Tatler 1709. Will you remember now? Tell me guys, is there anybody here who is afraid of chronology? I challenge you. Is there anybody here afraid of chronology? Do you dare to be afraid of chronology now? Chronology is the easiest thing. Which of these writers were born after the death of Dryden? Which of these writers were born after the death of Dryden? So now guys, death of Dryden. Ta-da-dang, 1700. Death of Dryden, 1700. Abraham Lincoln, Henry Fielding, Samuel Johnson, Alexander Pope. 1700. Abraham Lincoln kya? It is in 19th century only. Definitely after Dryden. Henry Fielding, everybody knows. Whole world knows. 1707. Samuel Johnson, everybody knows. 1709. Alexander Pope, everybody knows. 1688. Year of Glorious Revolution. So, Alexander Pope is what happened before Dryden. Sorry. Abraham Lincoln. Which of these writers were born after the death of Dryden? Ta-da-dang. All these writers were born. All these writers were born after Dryden died. Alexander Pope was born when Dryden was still alive. Hannah? When Alexander Pope is 12-year-old boy, Dryden died. Alexander Pope is 12-year-old boy, then Dryden died. Hannah, isn't it? Are you getting me? Is there anybody in this group who still dares to be afraid of chronology? Is chronology monster a problem for any of you? Which of these was or were first published in the year Samuel Johnson was born? Samuel Johnson was born in which year? 1709. Review nahi to review was in 1704. है ना? Review was in 1704, isn't it? Tatler 1709. That's right. Pastorals 1709. A Tale of a Tub also 1704. Am I right, guys? Is Review 1704? देखते हैं. 1704. The Review. Correct है. Tale of a Tub, Battle of the Books, Review, all 1704. Ta-da-dang. Dekho, which of these was or were published in the year Samuel Johnson was born? Samuel Johnson was born in 1709. Tatler and Pastorals were both born in 1709. How many of you are enjoying? Is it boring, guys? Am I boring you? Are you like, oh my god, I can't learn any more chronology. Let me sleep. I am so tired after this. Are you feeling like that? If you are feeling like that, you can tell me. I will change my style. Why did... Are. Listen to this, guys. Why did Samuel Johnson rise from his chair when Henry Fielding walked in? ये क्या question है? What question is this? Johnson was scared of Fielding. Johnson wanted to hit Fielding. Johnson was 2 years elder to Fielding. Fielding was 2 years elder to Johnson. क्या होगा? Samuel Johnson got up from his chair when Henry Fielding walked in. Why? Was it because Johnson was scared of Fielding? Thank you, Pragya. We have 40,000 subscribers now, all of them organic. Thank you guys for your support. Now tell me, why did Samuel Johnson get up from his chair? Very important question for next exam. In next exam, definitely they will ask this question. Why did Samuel Johnson get up from his chair? Is it because Johnson was scared of Fielding? Is it because Johnson wanted to hit Fielding? Is it because Johnson was 2 years elder to Fielding? Is it because Fielding was 2 years elder to Johnson? Arey, this is the answer. Fielding 1707, Johnson 1709. Fielding 1707, Johnson 1709. बड़े भैया, Johnson got up from his chair, okay? ठीक है, very important question, note it. Ta-da-dang! 1712. Remember 1709 pastorals, 1711 essay on criticism, 1712 rape of the lock in 2 cantos. 1712 rape of the lock in 2 cantos. उसी वक्त क्या हुआ था? Jean-Jacques Rousseau was born. Jean-Jacques Rousseau, 1712. Remember, Voltaire was born in 1694. Jean-Jacques Rousseau, 1712. Immediately after that, Scribblers Club is established, 1713. Same year, Lawrence Sterne is born. 1713, the book Windsor Forest by Pope. Wow! 1713, momentous year. Scribblers Club established. Lawrence Sterne is born. Lawrence Sterne, remember, 1713 to 1768. Lawrence Sterne died in 1768. 1713 to 68. Same year, Windsor Forest. Listen to me, everybody. Rape of the Lock in 2 cantos in 1712. Rape of the Lock in 4 cantos. Arey kya hai? 5 cantos it is, not 4. Rape of the Lock in 5 cantos in 1714. Rape of the Lock in 2 cantos in 1712. Rape of the Lock in 5 cantos in 1714. Will you remember? 1714 is also the year of Hanoverian succession. Queen Anne died and Hanoverian George I came to power. Whigs and Tories are fighting. 1714. Will you remember? 1715. First Jacobite Uprising. 1715 means James II lost power in glorious revolution, right? In 1688, James II lost power. Immediately after that, William of Orange and Mary came to power. And then what happened? The followers of James II, they are called Jacobites. They started fighting against English king and queen. There were 2 Jacobite uprisings, 1715 and 1745. Got it, everyone? 1715, 1745. 1715, first Jacobite uprising. Next was 1745. 1715, 1745 Jacobite uprisings. They were against the English monarchs after the Glorious Revolution. 1716, Thomas Gray is born. Immediately after that, Horace Walpole in 1717. They were friends also. Thomas Gray and Horace Walpole were friends. Thomas Gray 1716, Horace Walpole 1717. Henry Fielding 1707, Horace Walpole 1717. Will you remember everyone? Horace Walpole was 10 years chota bhai to Henry Fielding. Are dekho, 1713 it is seen here. Who was born in 1713? Lawrence Sterne. Lawrence Sterne. 1712, Jean-Jacques Rousseau. All clear? Now, ta-da-dang! The Jacobite Uprising was the direct reaction to dash. Bolo. Good evening, Shubham. The Jacobite Uprising was the direct reaction to dash. Jacobite Uprising was a direct reaction. Jacobite Uprising 1715 and 1745. Shubham. It was a direct reaction to Glorious Revolution. In Glorious Revolution, James II lost power, and after that his followers started fighting against English rulers. That is called Jacobite Uprisings. Are you bored, guys? Is it tiring, guys? Which of these lists is in the correct chronological order, Bolo? Rousseau, Voltaire, Sterne, Fielding. Arey, Rousseau kab tha? 1712. Remember? Rousseau was in 1712. Likhu yahan. Voltaire 1694. Lawrence Sterne 1713. Henry Fielding 1707. So answer is Voltaire, Fielding, Rousseau and Sterne. Voltaire, Fielding, Rousseau and Sterne. Got it? Voltaire 1694. Fielding 1707, Act of Union. Rousseau 1712. Sterne is 1713. Ta-da-dang! Arrange in the order of publication. Essay on Criticism, Rape of the Lock, Dunciad Pastorals. Essay on Criticism is 1711. Rape of the Lock is 1712 and 14. Dunciad is 1728, then 1743. Pastorals is 1709. So, pastorals first, essay on criticism, DA, then rape of the lock, DABC. DABC. Oh, Rajneesh, you will pass next time. Thank you, Sidra. So, Pastoral 1709, Essay on Criticism 1711, Rape of the Lock 1712 and 14, Dunciad 1728 and 43. Taradang, देखो एक और आ गया. 1719, क्या हुआ? Robinson Crusoe is published. 1721, two people are born. Tobias Smollett, William Collins. Tobias Smollett and William Collins, 1721. 1719, Robinson Crusoe. 1722, Moll Flanders. 1726, Gulliver's Travels. 1728, Dunciad. Will you remember? Hurry! 1728 mein Oliver Goldsmith also. Tobias Smollett and William Collins, 21. Oliver Goldsmith in about 28. Same year as Dunciad. Oliver Goldsmith, Duns is born. Oliver Goldsmith was called a dunce in school. Or Oliver Goldsmith, his teachers called him a dunce. 1728. Will you remember everybody? Dunciad. Ta-da-dang! Which of the following was published 10 years after Pope's Pastorals? Dekho, Pope's Pastorals is 1709. Pope's Pastorals is 1709. What was published in 1719? Moll Flanders is in 1722. 22. Robinson Crusoe is in 1719. Gulliver's Travels is in 1728. Pamela 1740. अभी तो रॉबिन्सन क्रूजो निकला. Robinson Crusoe 1719. 10 years after Pope's Pastorals. That is right, Rajneesh. Gulliver's Travels was published 100 years after Bunyan was born. Goldsmith was born 100 years after Bunyan. Bunyan 1628. Goldsmith 1728. Rajneesh, you got it. John Bunyan 1628. Oliver Goldsmith in about 1728. ठीक है? Which of these lists is in the correct chronological order? Correct chronological order. Bolo. Thomas Gray. कब था Thomas Gray? 17. याद है? 16. देखो. Thomas Gray 1716. Next year Horace Walpole 1717. Okay. So Thomas Gray 1716. Horace Walpole 1717. William Collins we know 1721. Oliver Goldsmith 1728. Array, A is the answer. देखो, A is the answer. A is the answer. Gray 1716. Turand, Horace Walpole 1717. William Collins 1721. Oliver Goldsmith 1728. Remember, Tobiah Smollett and William Collins 1721. याद है? देखो 1721 Tobiah Smollett and William Collins. याद है ना? Okay, guys. Ta-da-dang. देखो. Which of these did not happen in 1728? Gulliver's Travels is published. अरे Gulliver's Travels कब था? Gulliver's Travels कब था? 1726. याद है? 1726. Gulliver's Travels. We didn't do this, eh? Yes, we did. Gulliver's Travels 1726. 1728 Dunciad. ठीक है? So next is Gulliver's Travels is published 1726. Dunciad is first published 1728. Beggar's Opera is performed. That is also 1728. Oliver Goldsmith is born. That is also 1728. So what is the question? Which of these did not happen? It is this. Ta-da-dang! Got it right, everybody? Am I boring you? Are you thinking, oh, my head is breaking. I can't listen to this anymore. It's so bad. Hey, will you please like the video, guys? Will you please like the video, guys? Okay, next. Who of the following died exactly 100 years after John Milton died? John Milton died, we know. When did John Milton die? John Milton died in 1674. Same year as Paradise Lost, published in 12 books. John Milton died in 1674. What happened in 1774? Oliver Goldsmith died. Oliver Goldsmith died in 1774. Oliver Goldsmith died in 1774. Samuel Johnson died in 1784. Rajneesh, I am not asking questions that you will get in NET. I am preparing you to answer questions that are asked in NET. If you understand all this, you will easily write the questions they ask in NET. Did you understand? The trick is not to answer exactly those questions. The trick is to remember the years. If you remember the years, you can answer their questions easily. Did you understand? 25 quarter century of experience I have in teaching for NET. Quarter century. Yes. Thomas Gray and Tobias Smollett never send New Year greetings to anyone in 1772. Why? They were ideologically against greeting people. They quarreled with everyone the previous year. They died the previous year. None of the above. Ta-da-dang! They died the previous year. Thomas Gray and Tobias Smollett died in 1771. Gary nahi, Gray. Thomas Gray and Tobias Smollett died in 1771. Thomas Gray, which year was he born? Thomas Gray, 1716. Horace Walpole, 1717. Remember? Thomas Gray, 1716 to 1771. Tobias Smollett, 1721 to 1771. Tobias Smollett, 1721 to 1771. Next, 1731. In 1731, देखो क्या हुआ? William Cowper is born. Daniel Defoe died. 1731. William Cowper is born. Daniel Defoe died. Remember, Daniel Defoe was born in the year of the restoration of monarchy. 1735, an epistle to Dr. Arbuthnot. 1735. 1737, there was the famous Licensing Act. 1737, Licensing Act. Thomas Paine, born in the same year. Thomas Paine. 1740, Pamela. 1742, Joseph Andrews. 1744, Alexander Pope dies. Alexander Pope, 1688 to 1744. Remember, Thomas Paine, 1737, same year as Licensing Act. Thomas Paine, who wrote Common Sense. Pamela, 1740. 2 years after that, Joseph Andrews. Tom Jones came in 1749. Will you remember everybody? Got it, everyone? Okay, questions. What happened exactly 100 years after Areopagitica was published? What happened exactly 100 years after Areopagitica was published? Areopagitica was published in the year 1644. Areopagitica published in the year 1644. What happened in 1744? Is it Joseph Andrews was published? Joseph Andrews was published in 1742. Licensing Act was passed. It was passed in 1737. Epistle to Dr. Arbuthnot was written. That was in 1735. Alexander Pope died in 1744. Areopagitica 1644, Alexander Pope 1744. Got it, everybody? Very good. Very good. What happened exactly 100 years after Dryden was born? Remember, Dryden was born in 1631. What happened in 1731? William Cowper was born. Correct. Daniel Defoe died. Correct. Thomas Paine was born. Nahi, that was in 1737. So, A and B. Ta-da-dang! Exactly 100 years after Dryden was born, William Cowper was born, Daniel Defoe died. Got it, everybody? Dryden, 1631. 100 years after that, Daniel Defoe died, William Cowper is born. Will you remember? Are you tired? Is it helping you? Ta-da-dang! Shall we do some more? 1745, second Jacobite Uprising. Earlier was 1715. First Jacobite Uprising, 1715. And Jonathan Swift died that year. Jonathan Swift, 1667 to 1745. 1667, year of Paradise Lost, Jonathan Swift was born. 1745, Jonathan Swift died. 1746, remember our Sir William Jones, who translated Shakuntalam, Indologist. Sir William Jones, born in 1746. 1748, Roderick Random, first book by Tobias Smollett. 1749, Tom Jones. 1751, Gray's Elegy was published and Sheridan is born. Remember, Goldsmith is born in the year 17. Goldsmith was born 100 years after Bunyan. Henna? So, Bunyan 1628. Goldsmith 1728. Goldsmith 1728, Sheridan 1751. 1751, Gray's Elegy and Sheridan both. 1752, what happened? Fanny Burney is born and Female Quixote is published. Fanny Burney is born and Female Quixote published both in 1752. What happened in 1652? 1652, Addison and Steele were born. Isn't it? Addison and Steele were born in 1672. 72 Addison and Steele. 1652, I don't know. 1752 is Fanny Burney. Fanny Burney. So much we are studying. Abhi dekho, ye dekho. How many years after Leviathan was Gray's Elegy published? When was Leviathan bolo? 1751. No, 1651. Leviathan 1651. Gray's Elegy is 1751. Leviathan 1651. Gray's Elegy is 1751. So it is 100 years. Got it, everyone? 100 years. Leviathan 1651. Gray's Elegy 1751. Ta-da-dang! How many years after Pamela was Tom Jones published? Pamela is 1740. Tom Jones is 1749. Pamela 1740. Tom Jones 1749. So 9 years. Hannah? 9 years. Ta-da-dang! How many years after Pamela was the first novel by Tobias Smollett published? Pamela 1740. What is the first novel by Tobias Smollett? Roderick Random. That is 1748. Remember? Roderick Random, 1748. So 8 years. 8 years. Getting me, guys? Thank you guys for staying with me. I was thinking you may not like it. You will find it too boring, too difficult. Tobias Smollett's first book came in 1748. Samuel Richardson's first book came in 1740. Ta-da-dang! Do you want more or do you want to stop? Okay, this is last. Okay, this is last. Hello, Snehal Yadav. Hello, Snehal. 1757, ta-da-dang, Battle of Plassey. Battle of Plassey, the British defeated Sirajuddin Dowla, right? Sirajuddin Dowla of Bengal. Same year, William Blake is born. 1757, William Blake is born. 1759, Robert Burns is born. Though no, both of them are transitional poets. First, William Blake. 2 साल का बच्चा था जब Robert Burns is born. Robert Burns told William Blake, "Bade bhaiya, let us start transitional poetry together." Robert Burns told William Blake, elder brother, let us start transitional poetry together." William Blake, 1757. Robert Burns, 1759. Okay, hello Tripti. Tripti Khalane. Tristram Shandy, 1759. Arey! Tom Jones, 1749. Tristram Shandy, 1759. Tom Jones, 1749. Tristram Shandy, 1759. Robert Burns, also 1759 born. 1764, The Traveller, first poem by Goldsmith. Same year, Castle of Otranto. Same year came Castle of Otranto, 1764. अरे 1765 क्या हुआ था? Stamp Act in America. Stamp Act in America led to American Revolutionary War. Stamp Act in America, 1765. Very next year, Vicar of Wakefield. American Revolutionary War started after Stamp Act. What is Stamp Act? The British introduced a stamp paper. Every transaction had to be done on the stamp paper. They had to pay a lot of money to British government. They didn't like it. 1765 this happened. Will you remember, everyone? The Traveller is by Oliver Goldsmith. Okay, Rajneesh? The Traveller is by Oliver Goldsmith. The Traveller, Deserted Village. है ना? Castle of Otranto is by Horace Walpole. Horace Walpole, 1717 born. His book came in 1764. Ta-da-dang! Which of the following happened before William Blake was born? Dekho, William Blake, when was he born? 1757. William Blake born in 1757. Jonathan Swift died. When was that? 1745. Tristram Shandy was published. When was that? 1759. Walter Scott was born. Array! Walter Scott was born in 1771. So, which of the following happened before William Blake was born? Ta-da-dang! Jonathan Swift died. Got it, guys? Did you understand, guys? William Blake, 1757. Jonathan Swift died in 1745. Tristram Shandy published in 1759. Walter Scott was born in between Coleridge and Wordsworth. Wordsworth, 1770. Walter Scott 1771, Coleridge 1772. Got it, everyone? Ta-da-dang! You are right, Rajneesh. Rajneesh is smart. He is saying the correct answer. Which of these books were published after the Female Quixote? Female Quixote and Fanny Burney Bond, same year, 1752. Yaad hai? Let us take a look. Ta-da-dang! Dekho, Fanny Burney Bond, Female Quixote, both in 1752. Dekho, which of these books were published after the Female Quixote? 1752. Pamela was in 1740. Tom Jones was in 1749. Tristram Shandy was in 1759. Castle of Otranto was in 1764. Ta-da-dang! Female Quixote. After that came Tristram Shandy and Castle of Otranto. Ta-da-dang! 1752 Female Quixote. Tristram Shandy 1759. दिमाग लगा के सुनो, ठीक है? You have to think with your brain, visualize, think with your brain, then you will remember. Castle of Otranto 1764. Did you get that right, everybody? Did you like the video, everybody? Will you remember all this, everybody? Shall I continue tomorrow, everybody? Uma, scientifically, we have to do only some in one day. If I do more, you won't be able to remember. In 5 days, I will finish everything, na? Please, Uma. It is too much on your head otherwise. Today is only second day. We have 3 more days. Don't worry. Today I will post this PDF in our group, Telegram group. So take it, study it. Okay, everyone? Today, just WhatsApp me if you are not in the Telegram group. My number is 9037357688. You will automatically get the link and just WhatsApp me. Then you can join the Telegram group, get the PDF and study, and we will do tomorrow. Okay, guys. Criticism class you want, Chitra? Okay, I will do that. There are criticism classes that I have done already. Okay, Rajneesh, no problem. Bye-bye. See you all tomorrow. God bless you. Have a lovely night. Bye.